Ron? 1941, here at the show.
In 1941 I was 19 years old and I joined the Lighthorse. The reason I joined the Lighthorse was because Dad wouldn't let me go to the AIF because I was under 21. He said you can join the AIF when you're 21. So I said to him, can I join the Lighthorse? We had a troop in Wynyard. And he said, yes. So that's how I started. And in 1941, of course, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and we were all mobilised. And that was the, we went on from there. We sent on patrols down the east coast and down the far south coast. We patrolled the beaches and the headland, and we had lookouts looking for submarines and all sorts of strange things. We used to notify headquarters if we saw any ships, and strange as it may seem, aeroplanes used to come from Cressy. There's an airstrip at Cressy, and used to come and have a look at it. Fly it over us, and everything was clear, they waved their wings, and it was a friendly ship.
So where were you based?
We were based at Marion Bay, and also at Kingston.
Right. Okay.
In 1942 we were mechanised.
They
took the horses away from us and they gave us Bren gun carriers. And from then on we trained as in the carriers. We became the 22nd Motor Regiment. And we went to Victoria where we was disbanded and we were sent to various other units of reinforcement. I spent some time up at Catherine in the Northern Territory. The Japanese, we feared the Japanese were coming through there, so we had 3 divisions of troops up there at one stage. But my Lighthorse days have fond memories because on this particular place here, I demonstrated at the annual show. So on this ground.
So it was 1941 or after?
1941. And we did what you did today.
So you were based, you had a camp at Mona Vale?
Camp at Mona Vale.
And you rode your horses as a troop?
Yes.
Which has, what, 30 odd horses? 4 sections of 8?
There's a regiment then, full regiment, 800 horses.
800 horses at the Campbelltown show?
At camp we had a company, we brought a squadron, B squadron.
So when you got to the show, what did you do?
Well, we demonstrated tent pegging and tilting the ring. And the big one, of course, was the section in attack, where 8 section of 8 galloped onto the oval. We dismounted. The horse holders took the horses away, and the rest of us went into action, firing blanks and advancing. Till we got close enough to the enemy to fix their bayonets, and we charged. And then the horses came back and picked us up and we run away. Normal light horse drill. We're mounted infantry, you fight infantry. The horses only means of transport. So that was one of the highlights. And as I was saying before, we rode back to Mona Vale that night. It was very cold. And the only light we had was an ordinary kerosene lantern behind the last horse. You wouldn't do it now on the highways, would you?
No. It was pretty cold that night, you said?
It was cold. So,
when you finished your display, was that your last section of advance? That's what you did? That was your finale of your displays?
Yeah, we sort of lined up and drew swords and presented arms to the crowd. We got the big clap right away. It was a lovely finale. Well, mate, we practiced a lot. We were very good at it, really. And another little game we used to play was late for parade race. We used to go to bed. And we'd bugle the sound, we'd have to get dressed, saddle our horses and go to the RV point. And that was a lot of fun too.
Particularly if your horse was cranky.
So there are a few things we got up to, but the main thing is that I'm very happy that you people are carrying on our tradition. It makes me feel really good. There's not many of us left. And it's great to see that you are living you're bringing for the public what we used to do. It's great. I deeply appreciate it very much indeed.
That's a pleasure for us.
Well, it is a pleasure for us. We enjoy it. We just hope that we're doing it right for you.
Yeah, it's important to us to do it right.
It's important.
Yeah. So when you're in camp, what would you be doing in your normal training in a camp? You'd be getting up at what time in the morning?
Well, we used to always rebel at 6 o'clock, of course.
Yeah.
And then the next bugle call would be feed, and we'd go and feed the horses.
Yeah.
And then we'd have ablutions
Yeah.
and breakfast, and then we go into training. It might be mounted training, it might be infantry training. Or it might be the rifle range, we might have to go to the rifle range. We all took our horses to the rifle range.
Yeah.
They got used to the sound of explosions. And but a lot of our training was normal infantry, throwing grenades and field work, compass work, map work.
Yeah.
We used to have to go out on map reading courses, and hopefully if we didn't find the place where we were supposed to be, there wouldn't be any food for us because the ration truck used to be at a certain spot. If you didn't make it, you didn't feed.
Okay.
all those things went on.
Oh, when we did our training, our cross-country training last year, the ration truck was in the right place. For the midday meal, anyway.
It's a great feeling when you come over the hill and see the truck.
Yes. As it started to go because you were late.
No, we were on time. The barbecue was ready.
Yeah.
Now there was a story about a whole bunch of light horsemen riding naked on the beach.
Oh well, that's true.
Yeah.
That was down in Fawcett.
Yeah. Fawcett, okay.
Fawcett. We was mounted there for a while.
Yeah.
And we used to go down to the beach and ride our horses in the river. And a lady at a shop some distance away complained about the boys riding in the nude. So we can come to the conclusion that she had binoculars, otherwise she wouldn't have seen anything at that distance.
That's something we haven't reenacted so far.
We probably won't. I can't
Probably won't do that one. Yeah.
But horses used to love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah.
And did you have your own horse, or was your
Oh,
horse
yes,
issued
I
to
had a
you?
horse.
Yeah.
I had a horse called Dinah, and when we were mechanised, I fed her one morning. When I came back at dinner time, the horse was gone, or been sold. They went to remount and back to be sold.
Right.
And in 1946, I was driving a vehicle up past Tunbridge. I looked over in the paddock, and the horse had sort of reminded me of Dinah. So I got out and I called out to Dinah, and she comes right to the fence. It was her.
Wow.
1946.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what sort of horse was she? Was she bay or what colour?
She was a chestnut. And she knew me. Yeah. So I went when I went home again. Next time I went down, she wasn't there, so I never saw her again. Yeah.
Okay.
It was Dinah. After like 4 or 5 years after.
Yeah. That's amazing. She still knew you.
Yeah. So that's my story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, there was another story I heard about a horse that came off the racetrack just before a camp one time. Somebody had I remember at a dinner one time they were talking about it. It was about 17 and a half hands or something. And the troop commander said, "Can you get on that horse?" And they had to demonstrate they could mount this horse, which had come straight from the racetrack about a day or two before it went on camp.
You could never get a racehorse to line up with the rest of the horses. They want to win all the time.
We know that problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a problem. But at Mona Vale we had 2 horses. One was called the Pig, and the other one was called what's the other one name? Motto, I think it was. And they used to jig. So we used to keep those. Infantry officers used to visit us.
So could you ride before you went into the Lighthorse, or everybody could ride back then? Or yeah.
Brady will do that for you sometime. I was doing that to David this morning.
Yeah, Magnus, he'll stop after he's hit the deck.
Oh, yeah, that's a prop, that's not a jig.
So up at Scottsdale last year we met Mark Matthews.
All right.
Was he in your
Mark
section?
Marshall.
Mark Marshall. Mark Marshall.
Yeah. There might be 2 or 3.
Yep.
There might be 2 or 3 up there still, I don't know. But there's a good troop came from Scottsdale. Yeah, they had the Windsor troop and Burney troop and Scottsdale troop made up the squadron. Yeah.
So when you went to different shows and did displays, how many of you would go to each one?
Oh, we take a squadron usually. Yeah.
That's a lot of
There's
horses.
4 troops, 4 430s.
A lot of horses.
We're still working up to that number.
Oh, we'll get at it. We'll get there.
We'll get it.
So head for a troop first. Then Norm can wear his pips then, can't he?
As opposed to just getting the pips.
Yes. Very good.
Right, now, when I put my pips up, I don't have to do it. Watch it for myself.
Captain Thomas has got a life picture.
You just have to stand on the hill at the end with the binoculars.
Then you have a batman, of course, and a groom.
Oh yeah.
But you won't have to saddle your horse anymore.
I can't do that. I haven't had to do that a couple of last few trips, simply because we've got a good bunch of guys here, and while I do the other bit, finding out what's happening, and I can get everything ready, which is good. Eases the pressure.
We probably better get the horses ready for the
Yeah, I suppose we're going to have to. We've got the next show coming up, so
2:30.
yeah. Got half an hour before we've got to be on again.
Yeah. So it might be a good idea
Hopefully we'll
to
get that flaming 10-peak this time.
Your tarp was ripping itself to bits, so I tied it up.
Oh, thanks.
And it was nice to meet you all again.
Thanks for coming down.
Appreciate it very much. And I have another thought. I'm planning on having a cutout down near Mona Vale. A metal cutout
All right,
for
yeah.
Lighthorseman.
All right.
I'm working with ASL on this at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And we went on the side of the highway, like to get a cutout.
Yeah. That'd be really
That would be
good.
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
See what we can do about that. Other people have cutouts, don't they? So
Yeah.
why shouldn't we have?